Hot Shots looked at a movie. Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day is not only a throwback to the screwball comedies of the 30s, but it actually is a screwball comedy of the 30s because it takes place in 1930s London just before the start of World War II. The Oxford Companion to Film defines screwball comedy as a unique creation of Hollywood in the 30s, whose main elements were irreverent humor, vernacular dialogue, fast pace, and eccentric characters. Bingo! The entry goes on to say that they were improbable stories set among the irresponsible, often hard-drinking rich. Bingo again! Frances McDormand plays Guinevere Pettigrew, a governess for hire who gets sacked at the beginning of the movie for being difficult. In fact, she's told by her handler at the employment agency that all her employers have found her difficult to work with, and the agency won't represent her anymore. So having lost her suitcase and all her clothing through a series of mishaps, Miss Pettigrew secretly takes a name and address at the agency and goes to the flat of young Delicia LaFosse, an American actress-singer played by Amy Adams. Delicia is looking for a social secretary, and when Miss Pettigrew covers for her and prevents one of Delicia's suitors from finding out about another suitor who has just left the flat, Delicia says to her, "I need you to be strong for me. Please, stay?" And so Miss Pettigrew agrees to be Delicia's social secretary even though she's had no training in that job, and she gets caught up in a whole new world of high society fashion shows of ladies' lingerie, parties, and nightclubs. Heady stuff indeed for a poor vicar's daughter. However, Miss Pettigrew's most important responsibility is to help Delicia juggle the three men she's involved with. Nick, the nightclub owner where Delicia sings and who owns the flat where Delicia lives, Phil, the young man who's producing a play in which Delicia wants to play the lead, and Michael, who's Delicia's accompanist and wants Delicia to marry him. And hanging over all this giddy high society life is the very real and serious threat of a war in Europe and the air raid drills that are caused by that threat. Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day has a title that gives the whole story away. I'm Dan Culberson, and this is Hot Shots.